all around the world. The people cooking, cause all around the world they gotta eat some things. To me and you may look a little funky, but the deeper the funk, the bigger the treat. So open up your mind and catch the unexpected, and always, always, always be aware. There are thousands of cultures on this beautiful earth, and the world of food can take you anywhere.
I have 6 eggs here, and I have water in this pot. And when I put the eggs in the water should cover the eggs by, half an inch or so. I put it into water that just came out of the tap, so room temperature water, a little bit of vinegar. I'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to put this on high, and as soon as the water starts boiling, I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. A little bit about vinegar. I put vinegar in the water because as the eggs cook, there are tiny little hairline cracks that form. And the vinegar, the acid in the vinegar denatures the protein, which makes the eggs cook inside of the shell better. It can be red wine vinegar. This is red wine vinegar. It could be white wine vinegar. It doesn't really matter. It's the acid that we really need in there. So, eggs into the tap water, a little bit of vinegar, turn the fire on high, and as soon as they start boiling, as soon as bubbles start working in there, set the timer for 10 minutes. So when it comes up to the boil, that's when we'll start timing it. The eggs just started boiling, so now I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Timers come in all various shapes and sizes, and timers are one of those things that you really ought to have in the kitchen. They cost just a couple of bucks for the cheapest ones, and the cheapest ones will work for years and years and years. So started boiling. I'm going to set this for 10 minutes, and away we go. Let's just let it cook. So the eggs were boiling for 10 minutes, and now it's time to cool them down. We want to cool them pretty quickly, so I'm tilting the pan just to the side to let the hot water come out and running cold water into it, and that will begin to cool the eggs down. And I let them sit in there for another 10 minutes or so. You can eat them right away. They're just a little hot. Time to peel the eggs. Just have that water going a little bit, and that water helps the shell come off. And I'm letting these shells fall right into the sink, which is fine, but you have to either have a garbage disposal or have that little trap in so that these don't go down the drain. If the shells go down the drain, they'll clog it up. After I boil eggs, and after I peel them, I keep them in a bowl in the refrigerator because I love hard-boiled eggs. And I sort of pop it into my mouth and have it as a snack. You can bring it with you to class or on picnics or camping or anywhere you want to bring it. Eating ramen noodles and stuff like that, that's fine, but you really need to have wholesome, fresh ingredients in your body more than the processed stuff. All right, I'm almost done with these eggs. Now we're going to make some egg salad. If you rinse the eggs to peel them, you got to dry them off a little bit, which I'm doing here. All right, now we're ready to go. Easiest way to make egg salad sandwich, box grater and eggs. It's the very fastest way. Keep in mind that each one of these little holes is like a tiny little knife, and it'll take the skin off your knuckles really fast, so just be careful. I'm grating these eggs into a bowl. I'm going to add some mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, a little salt and pepper, red. I've got some lettuce here. All right. Great. No pun intended. We have grated eggs here, and we've got some mayonnaise. There's no real ratio to this. Just put as much in as you'd like. I'm going to start with twice that. About that much. A little bit of mustard. A little salt. If you have fresh ground pepper, the oil is what carries the flavor. So if you have pepper that has been in a can for a long, long time, you have no idea how long it's been there, and that oil's probably evaporated. So all you're going to get is the heat from the pepper. If you buy a pepper grinder, at any supermarket, you can find these where the pepper grinder is attached to the jar. These are the best things to have in your kitchen. It's a really good staple because it makes your food taste a lot better. So I'm putting some of that into the eggs, and then with a fork, I'm just simply going to mix this up. What I want this to do is I want the mayonnaise to kind of bind all of this together. And I think that this is actually going to be just a perfect amount of everything. So what did this take? 3 minutes? Now you've got lunch. And it's cheap, and you didn't have to go out and buy something with a bunch of additives in it. This is very, very wholesome and really good for you. Whole wheat bread is the best. Our bodies need this fiber to keep us healthy, and whole wheat has got a lot of fiber in it, so nothing wrong with that. On it goes. I've got some lettuce here that's been washed and dried off a bit. You know, I'm going to put some mayonnaise on the bread. I love mayonnaise. And take it to the edge, right? All right, mayonnaise on that one. A little mayonnaise on this one. All right, and then on goes. There you have it. It's probably just about enough for one sandwich, which means there's enough in here for a second sandwich for a friend or for tomorrow. Some lettuce on there. Lettuce is also good for you. A little more roughage, helps your digestion, which is pretty important. And I think 2 pieces on there is going to be great. Right? On this goes, I'm going to cut this right in half. And my friends, look at that. It's beautiful. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.